MGI has a new report, The Next Big Arenas of Competition. I'm going to try and tell you about it in 3 minutes. Here we go. The industrial landscape shifted remarkably in the last 20 years, and it's set to shift yet again. Just one of the top 10 most valuable companies in 2005 is still there in the top, and the rest of the companies are worth almost 8 times more than the ones they replaced. It turns out that the radical shift in value happened in just a few places, which we call arenas. These are places with outsized growth, nearly triple the growth versus the rest, and outsized dynamism, much bigger shifts in market share, and a bigger role of new firms. Today, there are 12 of these arenas, including software, semiconductors, and electric vehicles. They average about 10% of large corporate revenue, but they get 45% of the increase in market cap. So they are categorically different places. I call arenas wizard industries versus muggle industries, to borrow from Harry Potter. No offense to the muggle. They power, build, replenish and finance our world, but the economics here are the more familiar textbook style, with stable industry structures and fixed barriers to entry. Wizards have a totally different set of rules. They run on a different competitive potion, where a step change in a technology creates a new competitive platform with strong incentives to escalate investment in capability, like an arms race, and where there are huge end markets. For example, just 6 big tech companies collectively spend over $400 billion per year in CapEx and R&D. That's more than double today's cost of the entire Apollo program. And if you want to find wizards, you need to go to the Pacific Rim. USA and China together account for over 80% of them. So, knowing how important arenas are and what drives them, we turned to the future. We checked what spaces have a good enough probability of being the next big arenas of competition. We identified 18 of them. Some examples include shared autonomous vehicles, space, batteries, robotics, AI software applications, modular construction, and nuclear fission. Together, they could generate 29 to 48 trillion of revenues by 2040, and they could account for 1/3 of GDP growth. Of course, there are many swing factors. Big shifts in technology, geopolitics, or regulations could make our assumptions totally invalid. But if you want to get a head start into the future of business, the next big arenas of competition will be a great place to begin.